Hi everybody, it's Rachel from Handmade You. I wanted to share with you my leather Quiltdori that I created. I will be teaching how to make the actual Quiltdori at my spring semester of Handmade You, which is May 12th through the 14th of 2016. I'd love for you to visit handmadeyou.com, handmade, the letter u.com, to get information about our spring semester. So I wanted to share with you what I've been using this leather Quiltdori for and give you a couple ideas how to create a couple fun inserts. So this Quiltdori I created with a vintage quilt block, and we'll be doing that in the class as well if you'd like. On the inside, I just have a notebook that I bought at FedEx Kinko's. You can use any sort of notebooks. We'll also be creating our own during our class, but you can use some that you already might have on hand as well. What I wanted to share with you today is how I created this little folder insert very simply to so I can hold my coupons. This is going to be what I've been using for my grocery lists and recipe ideas. So I throw in any coupons I might want to use or recipes into my folder. This folder I found, I think it was in a notebook, and I cut it down to size, and then I added some washi tape on the side to close off the notebook or the folder. So I thought I could make my own very easily. So what I did was I cut some scrapbook paper, just cardstock, and I wanted to show two different ways to make a folder for your Quiltdori or Fauxdori, whatever you're using, your Midori Traveler's Notebook. So what you want to do first is decide how big you need your folder to be. This one is might be a little tall. I could cut that down, but the width of it is just shorter than the notebook. And so what I did was took that size, and then what you're going to have to remember is that you're going to need the fold to fold it up to create the folder, the pockets. So what you can do is decide what the backing needs to be, and then decide how much you want to fold up. This one is the pockets are pretty deep. I'm going to make one with the pockets that aren't quite as deep. So you just want it to be a little bit longer so that you can fold that up. So if you use the double-sided scrapbook paper, then you'll have a nice design on either side. So I'm going to go ahead and have this be the inside part. And then remember how tall I wanted the folder to be. And I'm just going to fold this up like this. And if you have a bone folder, you can get a really good crease. I'll just use my fingernail for this at this point. And then what you'll do is fold one more time to create the two sides. I'm going to fold it this way first so I get a good crease. Then I want my pockets on the outside. You can, if you want, have it be on the inside, so when you put this in, you'll open it up to this like this. And maybe I'll just do that since I already have one with the pockets on the outside. So once you do that, then you choose your excuse me, washi tape that you're going to use. I'm just going to use this, and you're just going to put half of it on the inside. Go ahead and cut this just to be a little bit cleaner. And then you just fold it over like so. And then you do the same thing on the other side. very quick and easy. Cut that off or rip it. So I'm not being exact, but you can certainly take your time and have it be exact if you want. And then what I did on this one is I cut a little bit of a notch at the top here so that I don't get any rips or stress from the elastic on my folder. So I'll just cut it like that. I think I'll go back and crease that a little bit better. But then what I will have here, when I add back in my folder, I'll have one with the pockets on the outside. I like the outside pockets just because then I see, when I open it up, I see automatically the coupons that I have, and I won't forget. It'll be easier not to forget. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the inside so that I have a pocket here and then on the inside too. So you can just have one or the other. You don't have to have both of them. This way, maybe you want to put something, some decoration in here just for something fun as well. So that's one way to do it. The other way, if you don't have a big sheet of paper like that, you can take two pieces of paper, one the size of the back that you want, and then cut a different piece of paper. This is the same, just back and forth, but this way, if you wanted, you could have the same paper on either side. So in this case, same sort of thing. We're gonna tape it down this way, and then you're just gonna have to tape the bottom as well. So it's the same idea. Obviously, since you didn't fold it, you're gonna have to tape the bottom. But since you're probably not gonna put anything super heavy or big in the folder, since it's a small one to begin with, you shouldn't have any problem with the bottom being held by the washi tape. So you just make this like this, and finish it up. I'm just trying to do this quickly for you. Obviously you can make it perfect if you are taking your time at home. You can just cut off the edges if you want, or fold them over. And again, you just decide which side you want the pocket on. You really could, if you really wanted to get crazy, put a pocket on both sides. You would just go through the same routine there and add that on. Just want to see how much you want to put in there and how bulky you want the folders to be. So you can do that as well, but we'll just do the one for now, and I'm going to go ahead and fold it pocket side out. And again, I like the creases to be pretty creased, but I will just go back and do that later with a bone folder or the side of a pencil or whatever you have on hand. Even probably the scissors, although you probably want to be a little bit careful with that. And there you have it. So there's one more folder that I can add to one of my Quiltdoris. Actually, I'll just go ahead and add it to this one, since I have a free end here. And the nice thing about cutting the little slots is that you can put it on the shorter string. And since this one is a little bit shorter, you can always just cut the folder down a little bit to make sure it fits into your notebook. So there I have it. So I have another notebook and folder ready to go. So then the other thing I wanted to show you, because I'm going to be using this one for my shopping list, coupons, and recipe ideas, I have been trying to get organized with my recipes and putting them on index cards or note cards, and I have different ones ready to go for the recipes, at least the ingredients that I need. So when I go to the grocery store and say, hey, I want to make turkey meatballs and tomatoes, I'll have a list of all the ingredients that I need, and I don't have to go home and realize I didn't get something. So I wanted to be able to have these handy. So I thought it would be fun to have them in my Quiltdori. So I thought maybe I could put them in folders, but when I was shopping at Office Depot or Office Max, I found these little pockets in the teacher aisle that I thought would be really fun to use. They're already made. They're fun colors. So I went ahead and bought that pack. They were really inexpensive. And so these are perfect too for these size note cards. So what I am going to do is just take two of these pockets and use some thicker washi tape. And I'm going to stick them together. So I'm going to just put half again on this one, on the edge here, and I'll cut that off. And then I like to hold this down and then just butt these two up against each other so that you want to give it a little bit of space so they fold onto each other, and then you just push that down so you'll have the washi tape there. And I'm going to go ahead and put washi tape on the back too, just to make sure they stay together. And I'll go ahead and cut this off at the bottom. So there I have, again, a folder to add to my Quiltdori, and the perfect size to add recipe cards, so you can have a few with you as you're going to the grocery store. And so what I'm going to do, I need another elastic, which I don't have handy, so I can add this in, but what it'll end up being, and I'll just show you in one of my other Quiltdoris, is a folder that can be added. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the back here, because I may want to add these in for other purposes too. The nice thing is they already have a little bit of a notch there, so they'll fit easily in there. So you can fill that up with anything. You can use these for your coupons too if you wanted. And there you have it. So that's two fun inserts that you can add to your Quiltdori or your Midori Traveler's Notebook. I hope you find those helpful, and I'd love to see what you come up with. Thanks.